Hi, I'm Scooter from Zed Mornings on Z95.3 FM here in Vancouver.
And I am Josh Tryhane, and this month, what did we do?
We have each been driving some cars, plug-in hybrids, which are different than normal hybrids because a normal hybrid you just fill it up and it has an electric motor, but gas and electric work together. These cars, you plug them in and you can run it just like an electric car, but it also has a gas tank too. So I can see how it's a little bit confusing. Amazing experience driving them.
And there's a lot of questions that I think people have that if you've never driven an electric car before, there's a lot of questions that we're going to answer today that might be able to help you guys out. So,
like, what do people ask you?
The first question I got was how far can it go on electric? And since it was a hybrid, it could go 1,000 kilometers on gas and 50 kilometers on electric. So it was something that people didn't really understand. You could have like both in the same car, and then you could also be charging the car and be doing that while you're driving down the road and all that kind of stuff. But those are questions that I think we're going to answer.
Yeah, I think that was like a big one that people didn't really get when I would say, oh, I'm driving an electric car.
Yeah.
Well, how far can you go? You can only go like, a couple hours and then you have to stop and plug it in.
Yeah.
Which you don't have to do because it has this electric motor and then a gas motor, and it just switches between the two on its own, or you can choose to. But in my case, I would just plug the car in at my house every night and then unplug it in the morning and just drive. Like the gas tank, it lasted like at least 3 months. It was insane.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're running on all electric power, and then when the battery motor runs out, the gas motor just kicks in and you just keep going. So I think for most of the week, like just going to work and back and zipping around town and doing errands and stuff, I was all electric. And then on the weekends when we would, go to the lake,
longer like trek or somewhere.
Yeah, then we would use a bit of gas. But it was amazing.
When you're driving down the road, you could be a full charge of electric and you could use up to 50 kilometers, but then you can put it on a charge mode so that it actually will recharge the battery as you're driving down the highway. And so I would get to my destination and I would then again have a full charge of battery again that I could use to drive around the city or wherever it was that I was going. For the inconvenience part, it's definitely not inconvenient because you can plug it in wherever you get to, and if you don't even want to plug it in, you could just drive it and it'll charge the batteries.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are asking me, oh, well, so what? Where do you plug it in? Where do you plug, oh, you want to charge it up every night, where do you plug it in? And I just simply say, I just plug it in at my house. It just goes right in, it comes with a great charger that you just plug right into a normal 110 volt regular outlet, same as you would plug anything else into, just like a cell phone. I would plug it in at night and unplug it in the morning. I don't know how long it takes to charge or whatever, but I would just do that. And it was always enough for the day. And like I said, if we were going to go away longer or a weekend or a road trip or anything like that, then we would just use gas.
Totally.
Because it just plugs into a regular outlet, I have the charger in the trunk of the car, and anywhere I would go, if there was an outlet there, I'd just plug it in. Just borrow a little bit of power from whoever I'm visiting. It was very revealing to get that first hydro bill since using the Ioniq, and I played a little game with some friends where everybody took guesses. I had people guessing as high as $120 a month, and other people guessing as low as like $20 or $30 a month. But I'm not kidding. It cost $3 a month. It raised it, like you can see it, on your hydro count it says average daily use for last period, average daily use for this period, and it had gone up 10 cents a day.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like getting a coffee.
One coffee for the whole month.
Because it is electric, there's no delay. So as soon as you step on the gas, the car just goes, which was like incredible because you'd be sitting at a light and you notice that like even if cars were beside you and stuff and you'd like just push the gas, you'd already be way out in front of them. I thought it was really interesting that it could still have that power in a car that's so, like I had it on eco mode the whole time. Everything was like saving me gas, but at the same time it felt like it still had a lot of power. So yeah, it was nice and it was really surprising.
But in the Ioniq, you can bump the gear shift over into sport mode, and like the difference between eco mode and sport mode is like I know a lot of cars have sport mode and it feels a little sportier. This thing feels crazy in sport. Like I'm not kidding. Yeah, like I was blown away. So I found that like if I really wanted to misbehave, I could put it in sport mode and have some fun. But like you're saying, even in eco mode, it's a little more mild mannered. But like if you step on the gas, the power is there for sure.
It's like right there.
Because it's using the electric and the gas motor. So no worries there for me. I think that was you know, I got that from a lot of people too. Oh, you have an electric car, so that means you don't have gas. Or you have a hybrid car, so that means it's not an electric and you don't have to plug it in.
Yeah.
Well, it's neither of those. It's something completely different, but utilizing the best of both of those two worlds. So it is a hybrid. It has a gas motor and an electric motor, but it's a plug-in hybrid, and that's where it utilizes the best pieces of the electric car. So you can plug it in and run it just on electric, having the benefits of all electric, not using any gas. And then when you need the gas, you have that option as well. So it's interesting because it has two gas doors. One to plug it in, and one to fill it up with gas. And what's actually really cool about that, I noticed this, is that when you lock the car, the charger locks into
so people can't just pull it out.
Yeah.
It was great to be able to use the electric when you're just like driving through the city and you don't want to burn any gas. And then as soon as you get on the highway and you need to like recharge your battery or do something like that, you just put the charge mode on and you're good to go. I think that eventually everybody is going to be driving somewhat of an electric car. I think that it's getting to that point where it's so economical and it's so it's good for the environment. And I mean, if you can go out and not have to spend any money on like filling up every month, like there's so many benefits to driving an electric car that I think a lot of people, if you've never driven one before, you need to get into one in order to like experience it. Driving an electric car is something that you fall in love with over time because you realize that you're helping the environment and you're also not spending money and you're getting all the same benefits that you get in another car. It's just that this one is electric.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's all of that and more. My only question is, why don't we have this this engine and this drivetrain, this setup in every car? I mean, it makes so much sense. Yeah, I was having dinner with a buddy, and he was like, "Yeah, why doesn't every car have this then? If it's that good?" And I was like, "It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time until it does, because ultimately it just makes so much sense." Like, I filled up the windshield washer fluid before I filled up the gas tank, and the only reason I was going to the gas station was for a car wash. Like, it's so good. Like, I'm 100% sold. Like, it's incredible. I think that there's some hesitation because the technology still feels new, even though it's really not that new. It's just been like, it feels like a bit of a slow rollout. I think that people are hesitant about, oh, what happens when something like this breaks down. But I mean, it's it's the same as you have the full warranty, you get all the things that you would get with any other car. People just are afraid of change.
I think that people are just afraid to get into something that they've never tried before, and then but it's just getting into it for the first time and trying it and like driving it for a week or whatever and realizing how many benefits it has, and then after you'll start to realize that it's just great.
Yeah, we both got our cars at OpenRoad Hyundai Richmond in the Richmond Auto Mall. They were fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
They have the Ioniq there, obviously the Sonata, and very cool. They're getting a Kona electric as well, which is like a little SUV. It's like the perfect city vehicle.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's coming in October.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. It's gonna be a little bit more room in the cars, and be able to plug it in fully electric. So hopefully we are able to give you guys a little bit more information on electric or like hybrid cars, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff to know and there's a lot of benefits to it. So if you guys do have any other questions, you can leave those down in the comments and we can kind of reply and like help each other out down there. But I think that, I think it's great. I think if you've never tried driving an electric car before, you should. And thank you again to the people at OpenRoad Hyundai for letting us drive the cars for the month.
Yeah, and if you're interested at all, like Josh said, any questions, hit us in the comments, or even talk to the guys at OpenRoad in the Richmond Auto Mall. They're fantastic too.